So I thought I'd get on here and talk a little bit about the tour pass. If you're thinking about doing the tour pass, you probably are interested in looking at a lot of the historical things that they have out in Charleston. And here's my take on, is the tour pass really worth paying the price, or can you just decide to do something else? The truth is, there's a couple options here. I mean, if you're somebody who's really wanting to see the city and see most of the historical places, then yeah, I would recommend it. But if you're somebody who just wants to see a couple of things and then move on, I wouldn't recommend it. But in this video, we're gonna show a little bit of the stuff that you might get to see when using the tour pass, and you can decide by the end of this video if maybe the tour pass is something that maybe you would like to get. Now, I want to let you know, I'm not getting paid anything for doing this video. I just thought I would do an informative video telling you about the tour pass of Charleston. In case other people was going to Charleston and they maybe had the same questions that I do when I first done it. So I done the learning for you guys, so you guys didn't have to do it yourself. But one of the first places we went was on the feature tour. We decided to go with the 2-day tour pass to check it out. And with that, you get 3 feature tours, which these are basically the bigger tours. And the first place we went on a morning sailboat cruise. Right, we got on the boat. Now, this cruise was amazing. I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed just going out there and enjoying the ocean and being out there. And that was actually our first time sailing, so it was actually really cool. So that is something definitely that, you know, if you've never been sailing or you just like sailing, really great way to actually try it out. And based off the tour pass, that's like $55, I think it is. I think it's like $55 a person. So it's pretty steep, which that alone almost covers half the tour cost. But then you also still get 2 more feature tours. These, like I said, these are the bigger, longer tours. In the second tour we went on, we went to Fort Sumter. And Fort Sumter was really cool because not only do you get to go to this big fort that was used in the Civil War, but you also get to ride on a boat out there in the water for 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back. It was basically a dolphin cruise, if you want to know, because the whole way there and back you've seen nothing but dolphins following the boats and stuff like that. So it was really cool. Now, another feature tour that we decided to take was actually going to Boone Hall Plantation. Now, Boone Hall Plantation was a gorgeous looking plantation loaded with nice lush forest, and they had a beautiful garden, flower garden outside the mansion. You get to also tour the mansion. Now, the mansion is not from the 1700s. Instead, it was built in 1935, but still, nonetheless, it was still a great adventure, and we really enjoyed seeing the plantation alive. Now, me personally, one of the things I love the most is listening to the lady tell us about the Gullah people and how they lived and some of the stories about that stuff. So that might be something you want to check out. Now, there was many other places we visited that are also on the tour pass, but it's called, I think on the tour pass, it's called the standard tour. So we went to a bunch of different places. Of course, you'll probably see them right here in the footage. Right behind me, you'll see the Hayward Washington House, which is also available on the standard tour pass. So apparently this place was rented to George Washington at one point. Another place on the standard tours is the Old Exchange and Provost Dungeon. Hopefully I said that right. Another option if you're going to take the tour pass is being able to come in here. I think you get like access to like 2 premium things. So yeah, we're here in the Charleston Museum, checking out a little bit of the exhibits that was also available on the tour pass. So here's the question. Is the tour pass worth it? Like I said, if you're somebody who basically is just like want to see a couple things and you don't really see everything, you know, I would say maybe not. But for us, what we wanted to do is we liked the idea of the tour pass because it was like easy access to decide on what we wanted to check out and what we wanted to visit. Because, you know, there was so much to do in Charleston that just jumping into it seemed a little bit terrifying. And to us, the tour pass gave us that easy access to be able to check out as much as we could of Charleston, because it was our first time visiting. But after the only flaw that I could find wrong with the tour pass was, in fact, the only flaw that I could find with tour pass was that everything in Charleston sort of closes down at 5. So if you do the big featured tours, those normally last a couple hours, which means you're kind of rushed for time to get to the next thing, which kind of feels like, okay, if you want to get your full money's worth of the tour pass, you got to be rush. So there's that. But besides that one negative, I believe that it was definitely worth the price, because I, for one, was willing to do that rushing around to get everything done. Now, if you was to do this on maybe a 3-day pass or maybe even a 4-day pass, price goes up, but you'll be less stressed on how fast you got to get done with everything. The biggest flaw is that everything closes at 5. Now, another one of the things that I like to bring up is the possible understanding of feeling a little bit nervous when you go into these places you don't know what to do. Simply, all you do with the tour pass, you download the app and you have it on your phone. You simply walk into a place like you're gonna buy a ticket, just hand them and tell them you got the pass, and they'll tell you a code to put in, and boom, you just walk right in. It's not hard, it's very easy. We didn't have any issues. But after as much homework and stuff that it takes to do one of these big tours when you're going to a city and you want to check out everything that the city has to offer, the tour pass does do its job on eliminating the stress of figuring out where you want to go, because they have it right there. The list is just right there in front of your face. And the cool thing is they have maps. And then also another key little strat is to make sure you know that you can use the trolley systems, and then also you can also get on Google Maps, find all the public parking places. Most stuff is in walking distance in certain parking spots. So after that, I'll just go ahead and say we had a heck of a great time here in Charleston. Probably one of the best trips I've had in a long time. And I gotta say, I recommend every one of y'all coming out here and checking out Charleston and everything they have to offer. And on that, I would highly recommend, maybe if it's your first time in Charleston, definitely getting the tour pass and checking that out, because it just makes your life so much easier. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.